Hey guys, Joe Blue back again with another episode of Filthy Hunt Cheaters. I'm going to switch up the format a little bit for these videos. I think I'm just going to do like the talking head thing, point out a few things and keep the videos kind of shorter and easier to edit. I have to apologize that to you guys that I've not been streaming or uploading any videos recently. I'm still waiting for my computer to come back for repairs. It's been almost 2 months, I believe. It's been about 6 weeks since they told me they found a fault with my GPU and had to send it back to MSI for an RMA. So I'm waiting for that to come back. They said that would take about 3 weeks. So I'm assuming I'm going to be hearing something soon, but if I don't hear anything within the next week, I'm going to have to contact them. Until then, I've been using it as an excuse to not do videos, to just not have a break from making videos. But I'm going to try switching up the format to try and pump out videos a little bit quicker. And I wanted to play a few clips here about the classic no footsteps. The reason why I wanted to do a no footstep one is because Crytek improved the audio for this event to presumably fix no footsteps, as they claim to fix no footsteps. Now, Crytek has never acknowledged that no footsteps existed, let alone them being an audio bug or anything that they could fix, and not because of cheaters. The only person within the community that I know that's even mentioned the lack of people's footsteps, even though there are many YouTube content creators out there who I think are cheating, who constantly run into people with no footsteps and they don't say anything about it. One day I will point out who some of these content creators are, because I just believe they're not pointing it out because they know it's cheats and they're cheating themselves. That's why they don't draw attention to it. But the only content creator that hasn't even mentioned it is Huge, and if Huge was mentioning it, you'd think he'd know that Crytek knew about the no footstep issues, that it was an audio issue, or that they had said something about it. The fact that Crytek hasn't said anything until now makes me think that Crytek are just gaslighting the community and defending and helping to hide cheaters who use no footsteps. However they do it, either through speed hacks, animation, glitching, some other unknown cheat, or some exploit to make no footsteps occur. And as we can see here, I'm going to show 2 examples. I had many more, but I think I just forgot to record them, and I don't have them, or I couldn't find them at least. And we're going to go and look at this player in particular right now, Paper Jack, who has just killed me on screen. And we'll be watching it from around about here, and we'll just listen to their footsteps right now. So check this out, and we'll watch this clip play through. I might edit it just to speed up the process, but we're going to play this first clip right now, and let's check it out. We'll just point out here that after they ran to the right and they were making footsteps, now that they're on the other side, on the side where the bounty is, we've not heard a single step from this player. So, we look here, we can see on the right here, we'll just pause it right there. Right here, so we can see that the bounty hasn't been picked up yet. Both bounties are there. Right, Paper Jack has just picked up the bounty. You can see one of the bounties are missing. We've not heard any footsteps moving toward the bounty, on or near the bounty. and the bounty's been picked up. Now my partner's about to run in after him, and he tells me he can see him and he's running upstairs. He's going for the upstairs. Remember, there's the windy gate on the bottom floor, so he's not going out the windy gate. So it's pretty obvious that if you're running down that way, you're going to be going upstairs. So I'm going to make a dash straight ahead, try and cut him off at the top of the staircase, right? So we're going to like pincer him, we're closing him in, and there's not much you can do about it, right? It's 2 versus 1. So there's my partner there at the bottom chasing after the dude. We can hear my partner's footsteps perfectly clearly, right? And now I'm running to where the top of the stairs are. The top of the stairs are literally over here. This is the balcony here. And then the stairs are like here somewhere, right? The top of the stairs is right here. So he's running around here chasing after the dude, and he's going up the staircase, and he can see them, but no one can hear this person. Just pull it back a little bit so we can watch the whole thing in motion. And you see this? Now he's at the top of the staircase, and you only heard the steps as I was just coming around the corner. This guy's literally moved around here with no footsteps, picked up the bounty, ran up to the stairs, and only when, as I was coming around the corner, only then do you hear 2 footsteps as I'm coming around the corner, which isn't enough time to react to because I'm listening for the footsteps. Right, my mate says he's going upstairs. I'm presuming he's moving pretty fast, like walking or running, and I'll be able to run in, hear where he is, be ready mentally for where he's going to be, and then take him out. And this is why no footsteps is a huge advantage, and toggling it on and off at will. So if you've got wall hacks and you can see someone's going around the corner, and you can see, oh, they're about to just come around the corner, you'll toggle your footsteps on, walk a little bit, just so then you can claim, well, people can claim then, oh, but you can hear the footsteps, you just didn't react. But the point is, the whole transition from downstairs to upstairs, no footsteps were heard until I was just about to come around the corner, and then I heard a couple of footsteps, which is not enough time to mentally prepare. When you're running in to cut somebody off from the stairs, you're expecting to be able to hear them coming. Right, so let's go back, listen again. No footsteps. Picks up the bounty. Listen. Literally, as I'm coming to this point here. So, I mean, just look at the position of where my partner is. Running in, can hear those footsteps. Like, at this point, he can clearly see that he's going up the stairs. Right? And I can't hear any footsteps. Now I hear footsteps. At this point here, the dude's at the top of the stairs. He's telling me that this guy just picked up the bounty, ran up the stairs, and never made any steps until now. Of which now I've got to react to the fact that he's right there. And he's already taken a shot at me as if he was waiting for me to come around the corner. This guy was more prepared for me than I was prepared for him. Right? And I know roughly where he is because my mate's telling me where he is, where he's going up the stairs. So I kind of know whereabouts he is, but I'm listening for those footsteps. I'm listening for that audio to, mentally prepare myself to where they're going to be. And I don't get that information till it's too late. This guy was already prepared for me because he must have heard me or had wall hacks from much further away and was waiting for me to come around the corner. And as I was about to approach and come around the corner, toggle the footsteps on, make a few footsteps, so it seems like he has footsteps, and then takes me down. And I'm basically missing my shots because I've got to react within a split-second reaction because I don't have the time to mentally prepare for where the person's going to be. And here he is, Paper Jack, killing me out. I don't know if I look at his profile at all here. So he's at the borderline sus KD of 1.36, 1.40 is pretty sus. The guy's 68 rank, so he's fairly new to the game. Not super new, but he's quite new to the game. And he's basically just has supreme awareness and somehow has the ability to completely mask his footsteps so they don't make any noise. Right, let's move on to the second clip. Just listen to how far back I can hear those grass footsteps. I can hear that dude like quite far away going through those bushes. So this guy on the left, far left, has just took a shot at me. We can see roughly how far away that dude is. The dude in white is he's like over here somewhere, right, where I chased him around. So he might be around here somewhere. The other mate's far left. So we know the locations of where these people are. Right. Footsteps there, footsteps on the right. So we've got one dude here, one dude further on the right. And then all of a sudden, he doesn't have footsteps, but we heard perfectly clearly that he did have footsteps, and then he just ran down the haystack, immediately, instant reaction, bang, wall hacks, aimbot probably as well. Right, let's watch again. Right, so this is our dude. This dude's footsteps that we're looking at right here. This is our dude. The other guy that was chasing before, his footsteps are there. Let's just listen one more time. Right, our first footsteps are here. And then another set of footsteps here on the left. So this is our dude with the white shirt here on the right who threw the grenade. Then we've got the dude who took a shot at me previously. On the left side, far left, he's running in now. This is our dude. Just there, we can hear him here. Hear him here. This is where he was. There. Oh, but look, now he's just ran past this haystack and just immediately took a shot on me without making any footsteps along the haystack, even though we knew exactly where he was based on the footsteps. All of a sudden, he doesn't have footsteps anymore. When it's tactically convenient for him, we're just going to pass this off. This is just a bug. This is just an audio engine bug that just happens to be so tactically advantageous to the other person to run around and immediately snap and kill me without me being able to react to it, because he can just run around with no footsteps. Just watch one more time. And there we go. Do we get to see? And then here we go. This is his little profile here, Schnix, and he's basically redacted all of his profile information, his kills, deaths, maxed out hunters, team wipes, all that sort of stuff. It's been completely redacted. So you, obviously typical behavior of a cheater. And yeah, there we go. So yeah, as I've said in the past, like, cheating is so bad. Like, you got to understand that cheaters are paying customers as well. Like, I don't believe that it's an audio bug, that it's a problem with the audio engine. I believe it's people cheating, either through speed hacks to make them have no footstep, animation, exploiting, some other form of exploit like that will make the footsteps disappear. Like, there's probably a bunch of different ways you could probably do it, but it doesn't make a difference how it's being done. The point is, it would seem to me Crytek is helping the cheaters hide their no footstep cheats or exploits by claiming that it's an audio engine issue or something to do with the audio, when Crytek has never even acknowledged no footsteps at all. And I've been going on for about 2 years nearly at this point about no footsteps, and it would seem like it's just a response to people like me that claim no footsteps are cheats or exploits. And if you've got a lot of people in your community that are cheating, then, and you want to make money, if making money is your priority and cheaters are paying customers, then if money is your priority, you have to let the cheaters cheat. Ban the ones that are really obvious, let the ones who are subtly cheating get away with cheating, and then you have to have a concerted effort to lie to the legitimate players who are playing in order to keep them spending money as well. So if you've got like 60% of your player base are cheating and 40% of your player base are not cheating, then you need to let 50% of the player base cheat and ban around 10% that are being really blatant with it, and then the other 40% of people who are legit players, you need to tell them the cheating isn't that bad, or say that it's a bug or an exploit that can be fixed, but never actually fix it. Just like Reshade has never been fixed. Yeah, they banned the use of Reshade, but as far as my understanding is concerned, only on the latest versions of Reshade. People are still downloading older versions of Reshade and doing all the same cheating with Reshade they've always done. So Crytek never really fixed the problem and have real no intention of ever fixing the problem. If they wanted to fix the problem with no footsteps and speed hacks and all these kinds of things, they'd give us a full replay system so we can watch everyone's gameplay in the game from start to finish, and we can go down and analyze every single player in the game, whether or not they were cheating. But they're not going to do that, because then people like me would investigate it and would prove that you probably got like more than half of the lobby cheating in every single game of Hunt that you're playing. So that's why they're not going to do it. So they've got to gaslight the community to make them think cheating isn't that bad, and now they've embedded this idea that it's an audio issue, so that if people come out saying, well, there's still no footsteps now, people will just say, oh, it's just a bug with the new engine, it's teething option, it's teething issues, and we'll just fix this over time, but we'll never really fix it. People will just forget about it and just accept that, oh, it's just an audio bug, it's just part of the engine, it's not people cheating. And this is just, to me, in my opinion, an example of Crytek working essentially in tandem with the cheaters to hide the cheaters, because that's the way you maximize profits in modern day gaming. When it's overrun by cheaters, you've got to let the cheaters cheat and gaslight the legitimate players so they keep playing. That way you make the most money. That's the reality of modern day gaming. But anyway, that's it for me, guys. Joe Blue, I'm out of here. Hopefully I'll get my computer back soon and we'll get back to streaming and all that good stuff. So until then, man, peace out. I'm out. Laters.
They're coming for you. Look, there comes one of them now.